This podcast is part of the Podcast Your Scene Network. Visit us at www.podcastyourscene.com.
You know, the local media has an agenda that they're going to serve. I don't know who's in charge of it or what it is, if it's like a headless monster.
Why? This is a question.
Walking backwards.
Yeah.
Something
I
sacred.
don't know the names of the Creep songs. Those are
Running in
CDs that
circles.
Just pop in and let play.
Sea of Glass.
The flight and the fall.
I love Ozzy. I think he's the true definition of a rock star.
So get off by your speakers.
Anybody else have any interesting stories they don't want to tell?
This is Doug from After the Fall.
Hey, this is John Lane from the thriving metropolis of Leechburg, Pennsylvania.
The Pennsylvania Rock Show, featuring the best unsigned rock that Pennsylvania has to offer.
Let's go.
What's up, everyone? It is Bill. You are tuned into the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 666. We are live on Music from the 412 and a whole bunch of social media, including First Angel Media, Build the Scene, XRP Radio, which coincidentally are some of the stations that the show does air on. We are on XRP Radio in the Highlands of Scotland. We are on Oldies XL in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We are on Music from the 412, both the radio and the TV side. That's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Rootaroo Radio on the beaches of San Diego, California. It's Ocean Beach, San Diego, California. We're in Mega Rock Radio Land and 107.1 FM, which is St. Louis, Missouri. And lastly, Build a Scene Radio here in Leechburg, Pennsylvania. And with me on episode number 666 is Utah Burgess. What's up, Utah?
How's it going, Bill?
Not too bad. I'm on day 7 or 8 of COVID, so it's getting progressively better.
Yeah, wow, that's it's still going around.
Yeah,
got a friend who just found out they have it today. So yeah,
that's what I meant earlier when I said it, that I got a lot done and they were leaving me sequestered in the living room. So Utah is from everywhere. Shady Lady, what do you, Shady Lady Productions, Shady Lady Studio, Shady Lady Records?
it's Shady Lady Studio Productions and Records, but it's basically Shady Lady Studio is the umbrella. It's the corporation, the legal entity, and under it is a couple of DBAs, Shady Lady Records and Shady Lady Productions.
And speaking of Shady Lady Records, we're going to get into that in just a moment. But the first song that we played tonight was Bum, Bruce, Utah, and Marty. And it was a Witchfinder, which was clearly a live show.
Yeah.
Where was that? Where did that take place at?
That was recorded at Peter B's, right here in Starboard, Pennsylvania,
Big
where
Red Barn.
I'm located at it here in Shady Lady Saloon. So yeah, missing that place. It was a fantastic live music venue. Fantastic.
I used to hate that one pole, though.
Yeah, they did have the pole, but that barn was built in the 1860s or 70s or something. But it just, man, did it sound good? And we had so much fun there. That recording you have there, that was maybe mid 2000s or somewhere around there. That's Matt Ferrani at the end of the song yelling at everybody, calling us the butt ugly men. So good times. I love that band. That was so much fun. Had a lot of fun with them.
I remember the first time I saw you guys get up and change positions and play different instruments. I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, that was something that a lot of people didn't do. We'd all switch around and play different instruments. We all sang, and we tried to do, the cover stuff. We tried to do those songs that everybody knew that nobody else was playing, though. Those B-sides or whatever you want to call it. Just the one song that was one cut deeper. So it was a good time. A lot of fun.
So I mentioned we were going to talk about Shady Lady Records. So the theme throughout the night, music-wise, on the radio podcast side, is going to be bands that have been on Shady Lady Records, or bands that you're in, which clearly. So the second song that we heard before we came live was Rockabilly Junction, Southern Skies, and I love that one. I love Six Pack to Stay. That was a good album EP. Was it like 8 tracks? I think.
Yeah, something around there. That was a good band. I mean, they were huge in this area. They could pack Peter B's on their own half the time. It was, and yeah, a lot of fun back in them days. It really was. So that was the, I guess, second release on Shady Lady Records.
And we're gonna hear some more music from Shady Lady Records a little bit later. But let's talk about your booking. Where are you booking? I know you have a couple locations.
We do some local bookings. The 11th Frame in Butler is doing the local live music series, and that's really doing well. Been doing that there for now maybe 2.5 years or so. Really good time every first and third Saturday of the month, and it's free to attend. And shows run from 9 to midnight or 8 to 11, depending on the time of year. And then we've been doing acoustic Thirsty Thursday acoustic nights at Liberty Corner Tavern at Freeport, which has done really well as well. That's been going strong since we kind of got out of COVID. We actually started it prior to COVID, and of course got shut down, but it's come back strong. And then recently we picked up Lily's at River Forest Country Club, also in Freeport, and that's really going good as well. So some opportunities for acoustic musicians and full bands as well. And then, we do, we book for just various other community events or other private events. We do the concerts for the Big Butler Fair. And of course, our flagship show is the Band Jam Grassroots Music Festival,
which you just released a lineup for, correct?
Yes. Yeah. You can check that out at thebandjam.com. And then we also manage the Freeport Event Center now. Also, we've been doing that for a little over a year. So we moved some of the stuff that we used to do at Peter B's into that. So like the Southern Fried Rock Show, which has been going for, I don't know, this is either our 17th or 18th year, I forget. But so that's nice. We have a 400-seat auditorium. It's an old high school, junior high school. It's built in 1923. It sounds beautiful. It's a great sounding room. And then we have about a 200-person cap, the cafeteria, which we use as a hall for whatever, our second Sunday socials. And we've done comedy shows and all kinds of events in there.
Since you brought up second Sunday socials, you want to give a little information on what that is?
Yeah, I just want to, we like doing stuff for the community, but we also want to get the word out about the event center, that it's available for booking. It's available for people to come and use. So we started that up as just a way for the community to come together and hang out on a Sunday afternoon. So every second Sunday. And we've Connie Creek Brewing joined forces with us. They typically supply the food and some of their craft beverages for the event. And it's also an open stage. So we provide, bass rig and a drum set, and musicians can come in and play for that open stage. It runs from noon to 5 every second Sunday. So we've had people from 16 years old to 70 years old all jamming together in the cafeteria, and it's really cool.
I saw that you did Easter dinner there yesterday.
Yeah, we did. So many. I just put the word out there, and I was just blown away by how many people stepped up and donated and helped to make that possible. So we were able to provide a free dinner on Easter, and we had some acoustic music, and it was a beautiful day.
So we're gonna play James Levere, The Good Kind, next. You want to tell me a little bit about him as an artist, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, he's been around a long time. He's from like the Apollo area, and you probably know him from Folkhammer. But yeah, he's been around a good bit. He had a bunch of songs that he's written, and he just approached me about helping him getting them recorded. And so we've been able to cut 2 of them so far, get them down, and we've just brought in like members of Noble Hops or some other area musicians to make it happen. So on The Good Kind, that's Zach Ravito, who's from Zach Ravito on the Rust Belt Rhythm, Dinner Bell Road, and plays guitar in one version of the Noble Hops. So he's on guitar there. And Chris Compton. If you don't know who Chris Compton is, I don't know what's up with you, but a great drummer, and he's one of the versions of Noble Hops drummer as well. And Ben Mainhart on the fiddle, and I'm playing bass, and then Jim is singing the vocals.
Cool.
And
So
I'll add this: we recorded it at the Leaning Studio of Green with Chris Rue Dog Ruane. So he's got a hell of a studio here in Sarver, Pennsylvania, and that's what we've been using.
And the other song we're going to play is Cage I Deny, which is another one that goes back a few years.
Yeah, that was the third release on Shady Lady Records. It's one of the projects I'm most proud of being involved with. I think it was just from the beginning to end, it's just a top-notch product. And I think that come out around 2010, and sadly, we lost Wally, a year and a half or so ago. And I remember talking to Mikey Pallone, and he said, I pulled that back out, and he said, it still stands up. And I just really thought that was cool, because those guys did a great job on that CD. I think the songwriting, the musicianship, and hearing how Wally sang in those days with Cage, and how he sang with Skell is
so much different.
Yeah. But Wally was one of the best, if not the best frontman in this area, in my opinion, for a band.
So we're going to take a break. We're going to listen to James Levere, The Good Kind, and the Mo Show. I said the wrong song.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to switch it up, and I am going to play Cage I Deny. I just need you to remind me that I did that.
Oh, okay. Hey, you're running this show, Bill.
I know.
Not me.
All right. So we're going to take that break. We're going to listen to James Levere and Cage, and we'll be back. On the video side, you're going to get to see the ticket giveaway for the DRI. We're going to do that right now, as soon as my computer cooperates. This live thing. Okay, so up next, I have some tickets to give away, 2 tickets to give away to this DRI show. It is a Dressy Entertainment Presents show at Preserving the Underground in New Kensington. It is this Friday, April 14th. Paralysis is the headliner, the opener, coming from New Jersey. And then we have 2 Pittsburgh bands, the Porters and Faith by Order, that are also on the bill. 6 p.m. doors, 6:30 p.m. showtime. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my wheel of names and give it a spin and see who gets to win.
Tom Trainer.
Hey, so Tom Trainer, keep an eye on your email. You will be receiving those tickets probably tomorrow from Dressy Entertainment. And the rest of you, hang on, because we're headed back to the PA Rock Show Live with Utah. So that's how that works.
There you go. I know that name.
Yes. I think he does the big concert list.
Yeah, well, I think he's like a promoter and stuff down south, or somewhere down that way, I believe. Does that sound right? I might be wrong, but I think that's what it is.
Hey, so when I told you that I was going to do that tonight, you brought up something, and I'm going to put you on the spot now. You said, I wish I would have known, because I would have, and now I'm going to let you talk.
Oh, well, I mean, I would have put together a ticket package. I still will. We'll put something together, maybe a summer ticket package with some tickets to Fostering the Music Summer Shindig in June, and maybe the concerts for the Big Butler Fair and the Band Jam Grassroots Music Festival. So I'll make that happen for sure.
Very cool. And so you'll want to pay attention to the PA Rock Show and Music from the 412 for information on when you can sign up for that and when it'll be given away. And thank you for that. That's awesome. All right, so I mixed the songs up, so that's going to mix everything up. Oh
well. It's Monday. It's 9:30 or whatever time it is.
That's true.
I was on my way to bed, and all of a sudden, oh, you got an interview tonight. I'm like, well, I better crack a beer then.
So Shady Lady, I remember a time that I didn't know that name, but it wasn't for very long in the amount of time I've known you. When was your official start date?
It's kind of been around for decades in some name, but it was 2005 when I finally said, well, I guess I better start paying taxes and stuff like that, become an adult with the company. So yeah, so we'll be celebrating our 18th anniversary.
Let's
in
talk about.
September. Yeah, you're off the air, Bill.
Huh.
Nope. There you're back.
Again, it's live.
Yeah. I was just getting ready to send you a text message. Said, you ain't there, Bill.
So let's try that again. So the band jam. Why don't you give us some details on that show for me?
Yeah, I mean it's something we did years and years and years ago, and I kind of put it aside, and then started working with the rock station 97.7 out of Butler, and approached them about doing a local live music show, and so we started that on July 1st, 2012. And I was like, man, we got to bring the band jam back and maybe do, give a live spotlight on what we talk about every Sunday night. And so we did the first one of those in 2013, and it's been going strong. We have it at Cooper's Lake Campground, which is just a beautiful facility. It's 450 acres, all kinds of camping space. There's a lake you can fish and canoe. Kids can run wild. And we put on a music festival there. And
there's showers, there's running water, there's Wi-Fi, there's a store.
Their facilities are fantastic, aren't they? I mean, it's an incredible place. If you don't want to camp, you don't have to. You can come and go as you please. We just charge one admission price for the weekend, and that is $25 in advance. That's it. Kids 17 and under are free. So if you're a couple with some kids, for $50, you can enjoy an entire weekend of music. And then a couple years ago, we started a singer-songwriter in the round on the Thursday before the weekend, and that's free. We just wanted people to come out and check out what we're doing, check out the grounds, check out the venue, and hopefully you'll want to come back. And that thing is blown up so much that it's just now part of the festival. So we just love doing that. And so many people roll in, to camp anyway a night early. So it gives them a couple hours of cool music in the evening before the festival proper starts. And yeah, we have people rolling in from all across the country for this. So it's pretty neat. And, we've been going, I think we just recorded episode number 561. So, we're 10 years strong on the Grassroots Show, which I encourage you to watch or listen to on the rock station 97.7, 977rocks.com every Sunday night at 7, myself and the incredible Mr. Bob Cup, our host of the show. And we just to kind of do what you've been doing too, Bill. We talk to local musicians, local music related businesses, promoters, venues, and try and get the word out about what an incredible scene we have here.
I almost threw back, and what an incredible scene we had.
Well, it is. We were the episode coming up. Our next episode, we're going to discuss that. There was an article that came out in the city paper talking about how this is just one of the best music scenes in the country. Just because it's not Nashville, Los Angeles, any of the big areas. It was a really cool article, and it was like, there's some validation coming from an outside voice, somebody who's toured the country and lived in all these different cities. And it was really neat to read because we have something very, very special here.
I read part of that article before it blocked it on me and told me I had to pay them.
Oh, well, I'll send you the free link.
That happens to me occasionally.
Yeah.
So if a band wanted to get involved with having their music played on the Grassroots and eventually making their way to the stage on to attempt to win the Grassy Award, which
Oh
we
yeah, the
talked about,
Grassy Award.
what steps should they expect?
Well, I mean, you can hit us up at grassroots@bcrnetwork.com, or you can email me directly, or mail in your material, your physical CD and bio information to Butler Radio Network, attention Grassroots, 252 Pillow Street, Butler, PA 16001. But please tell us something about you, because so often we get stuff from bands. It's just cryptic. We don't even know what you're talking about, who you are. We have to try and put it together. We're busy. And so usually that goes to the bottom of the stack. So help yourself out.
On that note, when you're filling out the submission for the Pennsylvania Rock Show, there's a lot of questions. Please answer all of them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's reasons why. I mean, we actually had somebody drop off a CD one time with nothing. It was just a CD, it was a Max L CD, and it said CD-R. So we just had fun with that. This is the band Max L and their song CD-R, because we knew nothing. It was hilarious. Help yourself. Because there's people like you and people like us, people like Music from the 412. There's a lot of people out there that are doing a lot of work to help, put a spotlight on this music scene. And we ain't making any money doing it, Bill. You know that. And it's a lot of work. So help yourself, or take some initiative and some effort. And of course, the bands that do that, they're easy to work with. They're already on top of their game. They have their stuff together. I mean, those are the ones that that grab your attention anyway. So it's like, yeah, that's who we want to work with.
On that note, I'm going to give you a tip, bands, that Utah is going to shake his head yes, I guarantee you. When you're sending in MP3s, please put the metadata in them. Put the song name, put the band name, put the album, put the year, because the same thing as that blank CD. We don't know what it is.
Yeah, right.
I may have told Rocky about 100 times in the first 13 weeks that if these bands don't start tagging their music, I'm not playing it.
Yeah. And we just, speaking of Rocky, we just had him on the Grassroots Show last night talking about how far they've come with Music from the 412, which you're a big part of. He was our first guest this year because you guys had just launched that on New Year's Eve, I believe.
Correct.
So, we had him on to tell everybody what was going on with it. And we're like, it's been 3 months, season 1. Let's do a catch up with him. And it's a lot of work, you could tell in talking to him, but he also was very appreciative of all the help he gets from his team. And so that was cool.
Speaking of that, thank you again. And I sent Bob a message too. All three of them very complimentary of me last night, and I was sitting here smiling ear to ear while I was listening. So that was awesome.
It's well deserved, and you're going to be a guest on our show too in a couple of weeks. I think we have you booked here, and
I think the
couple
30th,
something like that.
I think it's.
I barely made it.
The recording is the 24th.
I barely made it there today myself, Bill. So that's where I'm at. I'm just behind.
But all right, so we're going to take another short break. This time, you're going to hear the Mo Show, Wicked Rest, and After the Fall, Wasted Breath. Probably not in that order because I have it all messed up now. But it will be those two songs. You will hear Utah singing leads on the Mo Show, and we'll talk about that band when we come back. And After the Fall, Wasted Breath is another deep dive into the timeline. That was on a 2005 demo, I think.
That was actually the very first release on Shady Lady Records. So,
but all right, so we will be right back. everyone, it's Bill from FirstAngelMedia.com, BuildAScene.com, and MusicFromThe412.com, bringing you this week's episode of Music from the 412's concert calendar for April 14th through the 23rd, 2023. On Friday, April 14th, 2023, Drusky Entertainment presents DRI with Paralysis, Porters, Faith by Order, 6 p.m. doors, 6:30 p.m. showtime at Preserving Underground in New Kensington, PA. At 7:30 p.m. Friday night open mics at Heroes Bar and Grill in Katanning with host Jeff Towers. Saturday, April 15th, 2023, 8 p.m. A Common Crown with Blood Union and Unbroken Soul at Voodoo Brewing Company in Homestead. At 8 p.m. until 11 p.m., the Delta Struts will be live at Fall City Pub and Ohio Pow. Sunday, April 16th, 2023, the PA Band Initiative jams Sundays at Steamworks Creative in Gibsonia from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. On Monday, April 17th, 9 p.m. until approximately 10 p.m., the Christian Montgomery and the Winter Kill Band will be my guests on the PA Rock Show Live. That's number 667 on musicfromthe412.com/PARS. Tuesday, April 18th, 7:30 p.m. until 11 p.m., Drusky Entertainment presents Mustard Service with Trenton Antle, The Roof, and Ryan Wright at the Hard Rock Cafe in Pittsburgh. On Friday, April 21st, open mic night at Heroes Bar and Grill in Katanning with your hosts Cheech and Redneck. On Saturday, April 22nd, 7 p.m. until 10 p.m., the Regal Suite, Pornos, and JX4 will be on the CWP Beer Barge. This is a sold-out show. Saturday, April 22nd, 8 p.m., Curtis and the Shakers, 2023 CD release party at Moondogs in Blunox. We also have your chance to win 2 tickets to select upcoming Drusky Entertainment shows, including Wigwam with Dying Breed, The Cheats. That show is Monday, April 24th, at Jurgles in Warrendale, Pennsylvania. The Bacon Brothers with Mark Ferrari. That's Friday, April 28th at Jurgles in Warrendale, Pennsylvania. Lita Ford with A Common Crown and Modern Fossils, Sunday, May 7th at Jurgles in Warrendale, Pennsylvania. Make sure you go to musicfromthe412.com/submissions to send us your videos, music, and shows to help us keep our station's information up to date for your band. You can also submit to be guests on some of our original TV shows while you're there. That is all I have for you this week. My name is Bill, and I'll see you live on the Pennsylvania Rock Show at 9 p.m. Mondays here on musicfromthe412.com.
Catch the Pennsylvania Rock Show live Mondays on Music from the 412. Join host Bill Damiano for music and exclusive interviews with the best unsigned bands Pennsylvania has to offer. Featuring the best variety of rock and metal with new shows every week. Plus, you can catch replays every Saturday morning and stream us on the radio. Want to get your band featured in an upcoming episode? Visit Build the Scene online for submissions and additional information.
My mic is muted. I'm telling you,
You're good.
it's episode 666, Bill.
Yeah. The other thing that I thought was the last time that you had Rocky on Grassroots Show, I was also sick. So maybe
right.
maybe that's it.
Damn you, Rocky.
So the blues challenge that was just up on the screen, music from 412 is going to be at that event. There are actually a bunch of appearances that music from 412 has coming up here in the summer season. They're going to be at a handful of the Rock for Life shows, at the PA Band Initiative. Music Festival, I believe is what they're calling it. It's at the Beacon Hotel in Renfrew on June 24th. I think that's all of the ones that are currently scheduled. There's one we're holding out hope for. It's a big one. We're in conversation with Drusky about that one. So if you go to Music from 412 and there's a events tab and it says appearances, you can keep track of where it will be. Anyway, so I said we were going to talk about the Mo show. And we just played the song Wicked Rest. And I know that being in this band is a big deal for you. And I'm going to let you talk about it.
Yeah, it was. If anybody remembers Mo Nelson and the Mo Nelson band, he was a big staple of the music scene. And he's probably the band I booked more than any other band as well, because they'd even play my crappy gigs. But him and I, we became friends over the years, and sadly we lost him a couple years ago, and so we finally got to do kind of a memorial show for him in January of last year, because COVID had everything messed up. So we were able to do that, and I got together with his band. We were going to just do maybe a couple of his songs at this, and we ended up learning a whole set of his music, and we had such a good time doing it, and realized just what a great songwriter he was. He had some really good music, and he had a really good band too. So getting to play with these guys was just, obviously I would have rather not done it and had Mo here, but it was really special. So we decided to carry that through all of last year, and we did about a show a month and at different venues, and just to keep his music going. And we recorded that song Wicked Rest. That was one of his. Put a video together for it. Hopefully it's in rotation on Music from the 412. I haven't seen it on there yet, but I hope hopefully it's in there. And
you know how I told you that you could leave after I play that exit video?
Yeah.
Don't leave, because that's the video that's playing.
Okay, well then, all right. I get to see it on Music from the 412. Cool. And we're trying to drop another song here on April 29th, which was his birthday, and it was actually a song I wrote for him after he passed, but recorded it with his band, and just looking forward to getting that out here in his honor as well. But we hung it up at the end of last year, but I'm sure we'll pop up again here and there. His music's too good, we have to keep it going. And the Noble Hops does some of his music now as well. So it's we're trying to keep his music going, letting people hear it. It was good stuff.
There was a point in time where I used to confuse Mo and Rob Keller.
I
don't know why. I
don't know why either.
I don't know why
either. Speaking of Rob, I just had lunch with Rob this afternoon. Him and Jay Lynn. So. Oh, wait, they're going to be on the Grassroots Show this coming Sunday.
Oh, look at that. Perfect segue. I do not have any shiners lined up currently. But I did play them, I think, yesterday. Oh, you asked Rocky about the radio station. There might have been Bob about shows being on there. And this is how fast things have been running. So his answer to you yesterday was no. And today we have a radio schedule. Bobby C is doing some morning drives in and some drive home. They'll vary each week, but it's on the website. The Pennsylvania Rock Show is now running in there, and 3 Questions and a Song is also running there.
Yeah, I've been enjoying the radio part quite a bit. That's really neat to see you guys got all that going, and I check in on your show when I can. I like that I can go back and listen to it again. So, because I can't always be available when things are live. Same with the Grassroots. We know people
That's
can't.
what I do.
Yeah, they can't tune in, right when it airs. So we're able to archive our shows as well, and you can go back and listen. So it's kind of cool. That's it. The management at the station over the years has been fantastic in supporting local music. A lot of what we feature on our weekly show makes its way into regular rotation. So, I mean, it's embedded right in there with the national playlist, which is pretty cool. We had a little bit of a hiccup the last few months as the station changed hands. Some Dorcas came in and really messed things up, but the ship has been righted again. So we're back.
Dorcas is an interesting word to use.
Well,
I appreciate it.
I was keeping it. I was keeping my feelings in check. So I decided to go that route versus what I want to call him.
So 2012. So you're on like year 11 of
Yeah.
the Grassroots Show.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, you're right. We are. It'll be 11 in July. Yeah.
I actually remember you called me before the first episode to tell me about it.
Oh, did I?
You did. See, you don't remember. I thought that was the coolest thing.
Oh, yeah. No, we go way back, Bill.
I haven't even made my joke about knowing your real name. Oh, wait, I just did.
Well, I'll have to stick my attorneys on you.
I once took a picture of Utah he's playing acoustic somewhere, and I made it look like he was in the shape of the state of Utah and posted it on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yeah, I did a whole series of those.
I was like, don't you have other stuff to do, Bill?
Now I definitely do. But
exactly.
Back then, I mean, there was a whole series. I had Chris Riggy as Cousin It, and
yeah, I remember that. Craven, you did something with Craven.
Oh, I did him with might have been Batista.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think it was Batista.
I'll tell you what, I have the archives I have in photos and video over the last 20 years of this scene. And there's just no time to get to them. They're just, you just keep accumulating it, stuffing it on a drive. But boy, I could go back and really bring out some stuff.
Well, I was DJing on Music from 412 the last 2 days, and I went and I pointed to all the directories that I have local music in, and I was playing stuff these past 2 days. I'm like, I forgot this was even here.
Yeah.
And some of it is like, not some of it, a lot of it is great. And I was like, I need to dig this stuff back out on the show.
You played Wasted Breath. I mean, it's
Yes.
like, yeah, I mean, you took me back. I'm like, whoa, that's going back.
Yeah, that I almost played. I had a live version that they played here in this room, and I decided to do it off of the CD because
you told me ahead of time you were going to play a live version that we did in that room many years ago, and I said, no, you're not, because
honestly
we showed up and we weren't in our best shape when we showed up that night.
Oh, I have some after the show stuff that got recorded that
Oh, really?
Oh
my God, don't even.
Not you guys.
Oh, okay. All right. I was gonna say I don't.
The one I'm thinking about was Pun, Nick Davis.
Oh, I remember him, yeah.
And Riggy. They kind of redid a Cage song with different lyrics.
Oh boy. Whatever happened to Pun? Where the hell is he?
I haven't seen him in years. The last time I saw him, I ran into him at Giant Eagle, which is weird because Casey lives right behind me now.
Oh, he does?
You walk out my back door and it's like 2 houses over and he lives right there.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Anybody who's wondering who Casey is, he was the guy singing Southern Skies earlier in the show. So yeah,
yes,
to the Rockabilly Junction. Yeah, wow.
And Pun was in that band as well. I recently ran into Lars at the Indiana Theater. I went there to take pictures of Black Ridge, and he was
Oh,
working.
yeah,
backstage.
he works out there, does some stage stuff in that. Yeah.
Yep. He let me go back and come in behind the band and try and get pictures, but it was too dark.
Cool.
But it was cool. He's like, "Hey, come with me." I'm like, okay. See, time wise. Okay, I'm going to ask you 2 more questions, and then I'm going to go ahead and get ready to play those videos so that everybody can see the Mo Show Wicked Rest, and you can see it on Music from the 412 real quick. So where would you like people to go to find out about all the things we've talked about tonight?
I would love to say to my website, but
I know that's why I asked you and I didn't say it.
I have, yeah, somebody built me one. I love it, and we've been unable to get it restored because, well, when you helped me get the Freeport Event Center website going. So I want to move everything Shady Lady over to the hosting service that you, and we've just been having some issues with that. And so right now it just points to the bandjam.com. So if you go to shadyladystudio.com, shadyladyrecords.com, shadyladyproductions.com, shadylady it all just points to the bandjam.com right now. But that's fine. I want you to come to the Band Jam because it's a great event.
And we've talked about 97.7 a lot, and that one's easy. It's 977rocks.com.
Yeah.
And last question for you is, what do you have coming up next that you want to throw out at everybody real quick?
Well, my band will be up in Erie this weekend, the 14th and the 15th, playing a couple shows, the original lineup. So, playing songs that I've written and rocking them out and looking forward to it.
That's the Noble Hops, since he didn't mention.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, the band's the Noble Hops. And something about the Noble Hops. I mean, obviously, if you know anything about what hops and Noble Hops are, we're named after beer. And, it takes a lot of different ingredients to make all the different flavors of beer and styles of beer. And Noble Hops really is that. There's a half dozen variations of the band. We can play from anything, solo, duo, trio, acoustic, to our full cover band, to the full original band. So I am fortunate that I literally play with the best musicians that I've ever known. And I'm surrounded by so much talent that it makes it fun, a lot of fun. And so you never know what you're going to get with us. That's for sure. And we like it that way.
So what I'm going to leave you with on the radio podcast side is the Noble Hops. The track is the Amish Ninja, which is hilarious. Make sure you listen to the lyrics.
It's a true story.
And on the video side, I'm going to try and squeeze in 5 videos. I may not get them all in, but we're going to start with the Mo Show Wicked Rest, 5 of Cups Static, Stone Cold Killer, Programmed for Love and Destruction, Mark Anthony, Your Eyes Are Beautiful, and The Worms, Sad Sad Day.
I'll tell you what, I like that Stone Cold Killer band. They're great.
They have another. They also play out as Yins and Roses.
Yeah, right. And I learned that.
I was trying to come up with the word I wanted. But with that said, Utah, I want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight.
Oh, thank you, Bill. Oh, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for giving me the last 3 digits of my driver's license number for tonight.
See, now everyone needs to go back and listen to yesterday's Grassroots show to hear him talk about that.
977rocks.com, programs, Grassroots, and you can listen to it.
Okay, so here comes the videos that I mentioned.
Heading down this dusty road, trying to